So today we will see the network software in which we will see the protocol hierarchy, then the design issues for the different layers, and connection oriented versus connectionless services, different types of service primitives, and the relationship of services to the protocols. So see this figure which contains the different layers, layer 1 to layer 5, and the protocols which acts at particular layer, that is layer 1 protocol, layer 2 protocol, layer 3 protocol, 4 protocol, and layer 5 protocol. Then and the interfaces. So interface is nothing but it is an abstraction which, or it is an actual media through which layer 1 and layer 2 or the subsequent layers may communicate with each other. So interface is present in between the subsequent layers or uh, continuous layers, means there may be an interface between layer 3 and layer 2, then layer 4 and layer 3, layer 5 and layer 4. So this is nothing but the protocol hierarchy. If you want to communicate host 1 to host 2, then the actual communication is like this, means the host 1 has, if consider the host 1 has layer 5, so layer 5, 5 layers, layer 5 communicate with the layer 4, then layer 4 communicate with the layer 3, layer 3 communicate with the layer 2, and layer 2 with the layer 1, and actual layer 1 will communicate with the use of the physical medium, and at the host or destination side, that is at host 2, the physical medium communicate with the layer 1 of the host 2, and layer 1 provide the services or communicate with layer 2, the layer 2 with layer 3, layer 4, and layer 5. So in this way the layer by layer communication will be there, but the virtual communication may be there in between subsequent layers, means layer 5 can virtually communicate with layer 5 of host 2, then layer 4 of host 1 can communicate with layer 4 of host 2. So this is nothing but the protocol hierarchy, in which each layer provides services to the top or down layer. Each layer provide the services to its subsequent or continuous another layer. Then another protocol hierarchy which contains the philosopher, translator, and secretary architecture. See, there are two different locations, location A and location B. The person which is seated at location A wants to send a message, that is I like rabbits, to a person which is standing at location B. So how he can see? He will transfer that message, that is I like rabbits, to a this translator. So this translator will translate that message, original message which is in different language, into another language, that is Dutch. So after translating by the translator, it will send that translated message to the secretary for doing a fax. So the secretary do the fax and send that translated message to a secretary at another location, that is at location B. So once the secretary at location B received that message, he will forward that message or forward that message to the respective translator. The translator will reconvert or translate that message into the original language or which is required by the philosopher, and the philosopher will get the original message which is standing out at location P. So this is type of protocol hierarchy, means the person which is seated at location A cannot directly communicate with location B. Instead of communicating directly, he need to follow the translator and secretary architecture. Then an actual protocol hierarchy. This figure shows the information flow is supporting the virtual communication layer 5. Consider you are sending a message, that is M, from one host to another host. So there may be a virtual communication uh, in between this message and that message. So these two messages means there may be a virtual connection through the layer 5 protocol in between this host. If this message is of host 1 and this message is of host 2, then there may be a virtual communication. So if you have to transfer the message to another host or another entity, then that message gets appended with the header. So the another or the top down bottom uh, layer provides a header or attach the header with the original message. So your original message gets appended with the header, that is EH4. Then at the subsequent layer or a bottom layer, again that message is divided into two different messages, that is M1 and M2. So H4, M1 and M2 means M2 and M1, these are part of slices of your original message M. So again the new header, that is EH3 is appended at the layer 3. Then again this layer, this at the next layer, this another header, that is EH2 is gets appended to this message headers or already the message slices. So in this way the segments which are at layer 2 protocol gets transferred from one source machine to another source machine, and at the destination the reverse process is done, means the header is removed from these two message digest or message segments. Then again at the layer 3 the next header will be removed, and again layer 4 the another header will be removed, and at the layer 5 you will have original message. So this is nothing but the information flow which supports the virtual communication in layer 5. So there may be a virtual communication in between message of host 1 and host 2 with the help of layer 5 protocol. Then we have different types of services. So connection oriented versus connection less services. So in case of connection oriented services, we use the reliable message stream, or there may be a reliable message stream or reliable byte stream or unreliable connection. Means even though the connection is communication is connection oriented, there may be a unreliable connections. So the examples shown here. Then in case of connectionless services, there may be a unreliable datagram. So once we consider the connectionless, there may be a datagram, and when we consider the connection oriented, then there may be a message stream or byte stream. So in case of connectionless service, there may be unreliable datagram or acknowledgement datagram or request reply type of communication. So this figure shows the examples. So the first connection oriented communication system, one example shows which is nothing but the sequence of pages in which then pages get transferred from one machine to another machine or one host to another host. That is nothing but the reliable message stream. So pages is composed of a sequence of streams. Then another example is movie download. When we download the movie, then the byte by byte stream comes from one host to another host. Once we get all the byte stream, all the bytes from host to destination, then the whole movie get created at the destination side. So we need to first made the connection with the host from which we need to download the movie. So after establishing a connection, we the byte by byte data or byte by byte movie parts may get download at your client side or another machine. Then another example is voice over internet protocol, which is an example of unreliable connection. Means when we make a voice call over internet, or when we have audio call or voice call by using internet, and at that time we the connection may be unreliable. Connection is connection oriented, communication is connection oriented, but the connection may be unreliable because we cannot have a trust that exactly what the words we are telling or sending that may get received by the recipient. Some of the words may get ignored or destroyed during the transportation. So voice over IP is unreliable connection even though that is connection oriented. Then another example is electronic junk mail, that is email. The email is one type of unreliable datagram, or it makes the use of unreliable datagrams. Means when we send email to another entity, we don't need to have a connection with that entity. Means even we have not logged in, or uh, even we have not logged in, we have an inbox which is filled with or full of mails or junk mails which comes from other entities. So that type of connection is connectionless. Then text messaging, that is an acknowledged datagram. So when you are using a WhatsApp messages, at that time also when you send that message you will have one check mark, then another when the another person or receiving entity or recipient receive that message, then you will have two check marks, and if he sees, means he is acknowledging the same message, means when he is reading that message, and at that time you will have the blue colored two tick marks or check marks. So that uses the connectionless but acknowledged datagram type of communication. Then another communication type is request reply type, which is based on the database query. Means if you want to acquire some data from the database or fetch the data from the database, then you send the request to the database, and the server will send you the appropriate data as per your query or as per your request. So the request reply response is one type of another connection less service, in which we don't need to have connection until the end. So these are different types of services which are part of your original connection oriented and connectionless. Then service primitives, there are 6 different service primitives that provide a simple connection oriented service. And the first service primitive is the listen. Listens block waiting for an incoming connection. Means when you are having a listen primitive, then you will be at block or waiting state for incoming connections. The state of the host machine will be listen mode, or will be in wait mode, means he can accept any incoming connection. Then another primitive is a connect. So connect primitive establish a connection with a waiting peer. So when you receive the connect primitive, or when we have a connect primitive, then there may be chances of establishing a connection with a waiting peer. Means the peer or the entity or the host machine which is waiting for the connection, that may get connected. Then another primitive is the accept primitive. So accept primitive means the accept an incoming connection from a peer. Means once we accept, after connecting, once we accept the service or communication, at that time the host entity may actually communicate or connected with the another entity. Then receive means block waiting for an incoming message. The receive primitive means the waiting for an incoming messages, means the host is already connected, but he is waiting for some type of incoming messages. Then send primitive means send a message to the peer. and after sending the message, final primitive will be a disconnect, means terminate a connection. In first you need to establish a connection with the help of connect primitive and disconnect with the help of or terminate a connection with the help of disconnect primitives. Then accept to for accepting a connection, and send and receive for sending a data and receiving a data, and listen is for waiting for an incoming connections. So these are the 6 primitives, service primitives: listen, connect, accept, receive, send and disconnect. So this is a simple client server interaction using acknowledged datagrams. See, there are two machines, that this one is the client machine and this is a server machine. So client machine has a kernel, its own kernel, protocol stack and drivers. Then server machine also has a kernel, protocol stack and drivers. The client machine has client process, this is client process, and the server machine has server process. So the client process communicate with the kernel with the help of protocol stack and drivers, and the server machine also communicate with the kernel with the help of protocol stack and drivers. So first, once if the client machine wants to send a data to a server machine, first what the client machine does, it will send a connect request to the server machine. So if the server machine is listening, then it will accept that response or send the accept response to the client machine. Then again client machine request for a data, means the client sending a request to the server machine, and the server machine will send a reply or the requested data back to the client machine. Then at next the client machine may call the disconnect service primitive. So once the server machine receive the disconnect, then the server machine also calls the disconnect service, means at this stage the client gets disconnected and the server get disconnected. So first we need to make a connection. So these two primitives are for making the connection in between client and server, and these two are for disconnecting from the client and server, and these two, request and reply, these are for the sending and receiving a data from client machine to server and server machine to client. So this is a simple client server interaction using the acknowledged datagrams. Then this diagram shows the relationship between a service and a protocol. So in case of protocol hierarchy, we have seen different layers. So each layer, that is layer K, provides services to the layer K plus 1 or top layer K plus 1. Then layer K minus 1 provide the services to layer K. At the another side also the layer K provides the services to the topmost layer, that is layer K plus 1. So and in between two layers, or layer K of one host and layer K of another host, there may be a virtual communication with the help of the protocols. So each layer may have its own different protocols. This layer 1 may have another protocol, layer 2 may communicate with each other virtually with the help of another protocol. So at each layer there may be a different set of protocols. So the layer 1 can provide the services to layer 2, or layer K provide the services to layer K plus 1. So this is the relationship of services with respect to the protocols. In next we will see the reference models.